Santa Cruz Bigfoot. Now, this is not a hunter. I might even see breasts on this one.
No, I don't see breasts on this. Too blurry to even tell.
Or yeah, it could be the shoulder. I can see the butt shape. I can see a distinct Bigfoot shape on this one. No doubt about it. So we're talking about bringing back animals that have been extinct 10,000 years ago, like woolly mammoth and saber-toothed cat, and putting them in a museum.
You said Pleistocene. Is that woolly mammoth?
Yeah, during the Pleistocene there was woolly mammoth, saber-toothed tiger, and then animals that are alive today that were alive during the Pleistocene. In fact,
what, alligators, crocodiles?
No, I think when they say Pleistocene, they're in those particular parks, they're primarily talking about mammals, because alligators have been alive for millions of years. I think they predated the dinosaurs, but they're talking about giant elks and certain types of.
And you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, I'm for all that type of stuff. In fact, I would say that if they could bring back the dinosaur...
So they brought them back and they started breeding and they were just overrunning.
Well, so they'd have to manage them. Everything's got to be managed. Like
in an area, in a specific area.
Fenced-in area. They have a certain
animal like
size
that can plow
population.
right through a fence. Come on.
No, not necessarily.
Electrified fence?
Put it this way. The animals at the San
What
Diego...
kind of pollution would an animal like that cause? It wreak havoc on our environment.
Well, let's go back to your previous statement about the fence. Now, they have fence around the San Diego Safari Park. That's feasible, and it would be something similar. So that type of fence.
These animals are much larger. I mean, how many miles and miles of fence would it take to put this park together?
Well, nothing more than, say, the San Diego Safari Park, and they
really they could do it that small.
They could do it that small, and that's actually very big.
Would that be large enough for like one woolly mammoth? Because if you put two in there, they'd be fighting all the time.
No,
not enough room.
Not necessarily. They wouldn't be fighting
not
all the time.
Territorial?
Well,
it has to be a male and a female, right?
Yeah, maybe like 15 of them. You got to check out the San Diego Safari Park again because it's huge.
It just seems to me like the animal would be way too big and too small an area.
No, that park. And, of course, they'd have to have something for it to eat. And
I was going to say, how could you even feed something like that? What kind of calories does an animal like that take in?
But
look at Bigfoot. What's the calorie? What kind of calorie does a Bigfoot take in, do you think?
Probably as much as a grizzly bear. But you were saying the animals would get out. They have giraffes in the San Diego Safari Park, which are taller than probably most animals during the Pleistocene.
To me, seem like a very laid-back, just casual animal.
Right, but they're
a male woolly mammoth might be a little more fierce than a giraffe.
Well, they have rhinos there. They have huge rhinoceros is there in the safari park. They could just have pits. They could have a small fence beyond the pit.
I don't know if you'd hold a saber-toothed tiger with a small pit like that.
No, saber-toothed tigers are totally different. They'd have to set it up just like the San Diego Safari Park. They wouldn't keep.
They could cage a saber-toothed tiger.
They're the same basic height or so than a lion, but I think they're much bulkier. They're a lot more muscle.
That's what it sure looked like. They have a hell of a lot more muscle, a lot more power.
Right, but they have 5 lions in cages. Do the same setup that they did with the safari park.
So this is a multi-trillion-dollar project you're talking about.
Well, they would start off slow. It would be something that's built over time. Let's talk about this in the next episode.